This is iFIBER 1 News. Here are today's top stories.
It started out small. Then it gathered steam. Then Wenatchee's Protect Mueller rally on Thursday night gathered more than 100 people.
A recently formed group who are hoping to establish the first ever charter school within north central Washington.
The brackets are decided, and Royal football now prepares for another run at the state title.
Washington State quarterback Gardner Minshew has been named a semifinalist for the Davey O'Brien National Quarterback Award.
From the iFIBER 1 newsroom, this is iFIBER 1 News. And it starts now.
It started out small. Then it gathered steam. Then Wenatchee's Protect Mueller rally on Thursday night gathered more than 100 people and became one of an estimated 900 such rallies nationwide.
I read it on Facebook today, I RSVP'd today, and I'm here. Made a really fast sign, and I think it's important. You know, I'm up to here, really, with what's been going on.
The movement was triggered by the resignation of Attorney General Jeff Sessions, whose Justice Department oversees Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into whether Russia interfered to aid President Donald Trump's campaign in 2016. Trump has condemned it as a witch hunt, and his interim Attorney General, Matthew Whitaker, has expressed hostility to the probe. Many Americans, like history teacher Adam McDonald, see a parallel.
The actions bear a striking resemblance to the Saturday Night Massacre that Nixon is so notorious for, and to be frank, we're just hoping that this is not the direction that we're going in.
And half an hour after the special Watergate prosecutor had been fired, agents of the FBI, acting at the direction of the White House, sealed off the offices of the special prosecutor, the offices of the Attorney General, and the offices of the Deputy Attorney General. A grave and profound crisis in which the President has set himself against his own Attorney General and the Department of Justice.
We're just here to show support for the investigation coming to a truthful and lawful end.
I want to know if there was Russian collusion. I want to know if the investigation exonerates him or whether he is guilty of collusion. And if it exonerates him, great, I'll shut up. If he's guilty, then there's consequences. But I want to know. And then that investigation needs to continue, and he needs to not interfere with it.
Steve Thorington is a longtime campaigner with Veterans for Peace, who's marched against the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. He sees Trump's presidency as part of a larger problem for the country.
President Trump has greatly accelerated the destruction of our country, but the bottom line issue, in my opinion, is corruption, which has become more and more intrinsic to our nation over the last 60 years. We're just fighting the symptoms here. Until we do something to fix the fundamental problem, we'll never fix any of these problems, but I can't just sit at home.
Jefferson Robbins, iFIBER 1 News.
This segment is brought to you by...
Change doesn't have to be complicated. With a low-profile microwave hood combination that's ready to install right out of the box. It fits in the same space as your under-cabinet hood, so you can get your microwave off the countertop and make space for the routines worth keeping. The low-profile microwave hood combination from the #1 selling appliance brand in the USA.
Whirlpool Appliances, now available at more furniture in Ephrata.
A recently formed group who are hoping to establish the first ever charter school within north central Washington held their initial public forum on the proposal Thursday night at the Wenatchee Community Center. The event drew a crowd of roughly 36 people and included a number of interested parties, including plenty of curious parents, as well as educators and administrative members from local school districts. Local teacher and project co-founder Rick Ray says the catalyst for his involvement in the creation of a local charter school revolves around expanding educational options for students.
The community demand has existed for a long time just to provide one more opportunity for middle school kids, for high school kids that may not be fitting well within a traditional system. And if we can build one more opportunity for parents and students to consider as they explore their options, I think we'll have a stronger educational system here across the valley.
The meeting began with Ray and fellow educator and co-founder Sarah Rolfs providing some background about Washington State's charter school system, as well as their interests in the endeavor. After which the attendees were segmented into separate work groups and tasked with offering a list of items they would like to see as part of an ideal school in the Wenatchee Valley.
people really light up when we couch the question is, what's your dream school? What do you like to see? I mean, especially educators and administrators, when you think about not inheriting anything and you get to build your dream school, what does that look like? And it really opens people's eyes to the possibilities. And so really, so that's segues into what is it important for the community to know, and that's partly is we're getting to build a school from the ground up. We're asking you to be a part of it, and what could that look like?
The proceedings closed with a group Q&A session, and questions from the forum's numerous participants ranged from topics like the inclusion of sports and extracurricular activities at the proposed school to what qualifications would be required for enrollment there. Overall, the theme was inquisitive and generally positive from the forum's patrons, with the exception of one concern which was voiced by a local high school educator.
We're talking hundreds of students, we're talking potentially millions of dollars out of our account, and we're afraid that will undo all the really hard work we've done in the last 4 years to change the culture, to change the support systems at Wenatchee High School. So I think our bigger concern is, how is a charter school going to affect us financially and our ability to continue to provide those excellent sources of support that we've been doing now, particularly this year more than ever.
Wenatchee High School Principal Eric Anderson was also in attendance at Thursday's gathering and told iFIBER 1 News that his presence there was as an interested citizen and not in a representative capacity for the Wenatchee School District. Rolfson Ray, along with the group's board of directors, hope to hire a principal for the fledgling school by next May and will be holding several more public events to garner feedback about the community's desired direction for it as well. Reporting for iFIBER 1 News, I'm Chris Hansen.
This segment is brought to you by
Your taste buds bored? Well, then bring them to Jay's Teriyaki. Not only does Jay's have a variety of teriyaki dishes, they also offer mouth-watering salads and sides. Call Jay's 509-764-5155. Jay's Teriyaki, located at 123 East Broadway in Moses Lake, because it's all in the sauce.
The brackets are decided, and Royal football now prepares for another run at the state title. The Royal Knights have been dominant this season, outscoring their opponents 577-27. The Knights earned the respect of the football seeding committee, which ranked Royal as the number 1 seed in the 1A class going into the state playoffs. Royal Athletic Director Chris Hill is in his first year as Royal's AD. He believes earning the respect to be ranked number 1 isn't something that happens over the course of a few months.
You win 51 straight games and the last 3 state championships, and you're ranked number 1 the entire year. We would have been really surprised if they weren't the number 1 seed. It's not like this just happened overnight. It's been many years of a lot of different things coming together, and coaches working hard and players working hard together.
Quarterback Sawyer Jenks led his team to a state title last season. He believes the team's success starts from long before they enter high school.
We start from a young age, all the way through grid kids, through middle school, and then freshman year, we're taught, we're winners. We're going to go out with the winning mentality, and we're just going to do what we do and put points up on the board.
The Knights begin their playoff run against the number 16 seed, Riverside. Riverside upset the then undefeated OMAC to get into the state playoffs. Despite their incredible win to make state, Riverside comes in with a modest record of 7-4. The road ahead will be a tough one, with Colville, Meridian, Connell, or Montesano likely coming in between them and a shot at the title. The Knights look to be ready for the challenge the same way they have been for years. I'm Adam Chikoski for iFIBER 1 Sports.
Washington State quarterback Gardner Minshew has been named a semifinalist for the Davy O'Brien National Quarterback Award. Minshew is one of 16 semifinalists for the award, which recognizes the best college quarterback and is one of the nation's oldest and most prestigious national quarterback awards. Former WSU quarterback Luke Falk was also a semifinalist for the award last season. Minshew, a graduate transfer from East Carolina, has guided WSU to an 8-1 record and a spot at number 8 in the latest college football playoff rankings. Minshew leads the nation in passing yards per game, and total offense per game. He's also 6th in the country and best in the Pac-12 with 27 touchdown passes, and also leads the nation with 5 games of 400-plus passing yards. Minshew is also a semifinalist for the Maxwell Award to the College Player of the Year and named to the top 15 for the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award, which goes to the top senior or 4th-year junior. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 Sports.
This is iFIBER 1 News. For more information on these stories and other news, visit us online at iFiber1.com or check us out on Facebook.